Okay, everybody, it's time for day 6 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, series of 14. Let me pull out my goodies. The sketch is by Brandy Balcom, and it's a 2-pager, and I'm not going to do 2 pages. Nope, sorry, I am cheating. I'm going to do this left side. So, I've got 2, I guess, photos. And then there's a big block here, a couple of kind of decorative things here, some banners, journaling and a title. This is kind of neat. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. That being said, here's what I got. My girl, Miss Shaylee, she is I love her. She's like a second daughter to me, I guess, at this point. She runs my nutrition club, and she's been working for me. I'm going to say with me, actually, because she does all the work up there, you guys. And that's her partner, her boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, Drew. He's adorable, and he supports her, so I love her. But the card they gave us has this little truck on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, because I have this Simple Stories kit from Scrap Room Flavors of the Month, and it has, look at this, it's got the little trucks. Isn't that cute? And fa la 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 la, so maybe I'll just use that as a title, because why not? And then I have, of course, little embellishment things. I haven't done anything else, you guys. I haven't looked at this at all, other than I saw these trucks. So, I don't know if I'm going to do, like, red cardstock with the trucks as my little block, possibly. And then, honestly, what I might do is fussy cut some of these flowers and use them in the corners, because I think that would be pretty. And then, you know what I could do, just because, oh, y'all, look at all these pretty. Oh, man. I'd love to cut that out, but, and maybe I still will. I was going to mount this. Oh, man. You know what, though? If I only do partly blocks, I could cut some of them out from here. So I might do that. Okay. Anyways, because I could do this. Oh, this is so cute, you guys. It's so cute. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking at this moment, at this very, very moment. So let me do a little bit of cutting, and I'll be back on in a minute. All right. Y'all should be proud of me. I fussy cut those flowers. Do you see them over there to the left? And they go perfect. I'm so happy with how this layout turns out. Now, I definitely am a little different than the sketch because, as I mentioned, I just did the left side and I changed the little circle pieces into the flowers and I didn't do the big squares, but that's okay. I think you can still see the inspiration. So I've taken the photo, and the back of the flower paper was that green like plaid, and so that looked like a perfect photo mat. So I matted the photo with that, and then I put it on white cardstock because I thought that would shine really nicely on top of the little trucks, the little truck paper. And I love this little truck paper. I'm not going to lie. I think this is adorable. I love the little antique. I guess maybe it's antique cars more so than trucks. I guess there's some trucks in there. Anyways, I did take the diagonal stripe and I gutted it. Made me a little sad because of little cut aparts on the back. But in the little ephemera pack, there's actually a little car. So I'm okay with that. So I've gutted the, well, I will. I've trimmed the red piece down by 1/2 inch. And then, like I said, I'm going to gut this diagonal stripe. And then I'm going to take the truck paper and cut that down by 1/2 inch from top to bottom. And then I'm going to make it 9 inches wide. It looked to me like that's kind of how the sketch showed maybe how far over the paper went. Now, I will say in the sketch, she also had the corners rounded. I didn't do that because I almost essentially cover up the seam with flowers and stuff like that, but that's okay. And y'all, if y'all hear Saturn crying, she is in here. She's just been chitter-chattering. I don't know what's going on with her. I've offered the opportunity to hop up on the table because I'm not working at the moment on layout. I've already given her a treat. I have no idea what her issue is. Okay, so here's where I'm going to trim down my truck paper. And this goes really fast, if I'm honest, other than me fastening around with the flower placement. So, which is me just fastening, really. It's not even like, there's no real good reason. I just did. It's okay. It's okay. So now I've got my truck paper cut. I keep calling it the truck paper. The car paper cut down to 9 inches. I've got my little diagonal stripe. I'm going to use wet glue because, you guys, I have discovered, or let me put it this way, I think in my head. Now, we'll see how successful it is moving forward. But I think when I start laying these down now, I've had difficulty keeping them straight because I'll use my ATG. And this paper, the border's so thin, it's almost like you can't mess it up. I mean, because if you stick it down and it's wrong, you end up tearing your little paper. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to start trying to use a little wet glue here. So I use my wet glue. I will use my ATG on the back of this car paper. I really can't get over this car paper, you guys. I'm going to just do it all over it. So I'm going to take my 2 photos, and now they're overlapping a little more than the sketch show, but I'm okay with that. They're a little bigger, I think, or fatter or something. And so I have to take up a little more real estate. This is a 5x7 photo, I think. This was I think I mentioned this in the intro, so I'm going to apologize if I reduplicate it, but this was a Christmas card my girl Shaylee gave me and my husband actually for Christmas, and she just wrote the sweetest little note in there. So I'm not going to show you guys the note because it's personal, but I do leave it where I can open the card because I do love it. I've got my little flowers here, and I've got my little poinsettias, and I'm going to put those in the corners. I will also put it down in the lower left where I guess there's 3 little banners down there, and I'm going to put those down there as well. I don't really do journaling because the card itself is kind of the journaling, if I'm honest, so I don't do that in the bottom. So as I mentioned, I've kind of deviated from our sketch. I stayed pretty close at the same time I deviated, so... I laid all those flowers down, and I thought, Christine, you haven't glued a single thing down. You said glue your papers down. So I'm going to flip it over and do that. Let me see. I also don't use the photo corners because, again, in the lower right corner, I end up putting like an embellishment and stuff over the corners. There's not really space for the photo corner. And in the upper left, the card, I didn't want to cover up the card. So I glued that down, or I'm fixing to glue that down. Yeah, I think this layout turned out really, really stinking cute. I'm not going to lie. I do have enough to probably do one more layout of this little set here. This came from my Scrap Room Flavors of the Month, I think. I'm sorry, you guys. I did not go back. I try to sometimes go back and re-listen to my intro so I don't repeat myself, but I was trying to get this done tonight in an efficient manner, and so I did not re-listen to my own intro. So I'm organizing these. Now, I'm also going to pull out my glossy accents. Now, I argue with that. I argue with my glossy accents because I take my little stick pin, I stick it down in there, but for some reason that stuff still always seems to clump up on me or like glom up or whatever, and I have to fight it to get it out of its bottle. So you'll see me in a minute. I'm going to take a full-on fist and squeeze it. But what I decided to do, because I have all these little cars and things like that, I thought, I'm going to add the glossy accents to like the headlights that are showing. And then I'll also add the glossy accents to the center of the flowers and also some of the little berries that you see. Now the title, where she had the title, I'm going to go ahead and do, there's 2 nice little foam pieces in my set of stuff I got. This little truck here, I'm going to move it, or car rather. I moved around quite a bit, and then I end up down the lower right-hand corner, honestly. I tried that up there, and I think, no, I don't want to shut it where I can't open my card, so I'm going to have to mess with that. Look at this again where I told you I kind of fast around. I fast around, I guess, because the flowers, I did leave a couple of the white flowers attached to the poinsettias, and I really like that, but I have to kind of organize it where they're not going off the page too. That is going to be basically where that car goes down there. I'll tilt it, and I will actually add some foam too up on the edges of the flowers, a few of them. And I'll also put some up underneath the edge of that. There's like a little Christmas tree in the back of that car. I think that's a car. Again, it's a little hard to tell, but I'm going to put foam up underneath there. I thought about using this little tickety looking thing, but I don't actually use it. I decided against it because I thought it was taken away from the flowers and what I had going on there. So I set it there, but I don't leave it there. Here's where I'll show you my glossy accents. So I've glued everything down, and now this is where I'm going to get my glossy. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to squirt it out. Nope, I got to full-on fist it here, you guys. So I had to squeeze it really hard to come out. So as you can see, I'm just kind of putting it like on the headlights, and I'll put it, like I said, in the center of the little flowers, little berries. And I just go around the page for that. There's not as many exposed headlights on the truck or the car paper as you would think. Because I was thinking, because a lot of them are kind of the rear facing. So as I go around, I thought I'm going to have to, I put one, and then I thought, I probably shouldn't have done that because there's probably too many to do otherwise. And I look and I go, no, actually there's not that many. So I can go ahead and do that. So I'm going to do all the little glossy accents. I really like that. I thought about doing the windshield, and then I changed my mind because I thought, no, that's going to be a little too much. That's a little overkill, Christine. So I'll make my way around, and then in a second, I'm going to take my title, And I don't do any mixed media other than, you know, this glossy accents, I guess if you want to call that mixed media. I don't do like any paint or anything like that because there's a lot going on already. And the little car paper is distressed looking because there's little words kind of on it. And I didn't want to take away from it. I thought it was too cute. So I take my 2 little foam pieces right here and I put those, and that is my title, and that is just the cutest freaking thing. I sent this to Shaylee and she said, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so sweet. And I love this layout, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure you check out the playlist below and make sure, I don't know what I got going on. I know it's day 6, but I don't know what day of the week it is at this point. I'm not looking at a calendar. But I will for sure have another layout tomorrow. So make sure you check that out. Do the like and subscribe and all the good. And we will see you later. Bye.